Good morning. We're going to discuss about the bonds payable. If you understand about the notes payable, most of the part in there, especially the computation of its present value to get the initial measurement and also the amortization table are also discussed in here in the bonds payable. Okay. Now, in your notes payable, we discussed also that there are some discounts on the notes payable and also premium on notes payable. Those are also discussed here in the bonds payable. Okay. Now, in the initial measurement, usually the bonds payable has its own market value because bonds payable are usually issued in the market. The purpose of that is to gain financing or additional capital to fund the corporation or the business. Okay. Now, if there is a market, it means to say that there is a given fair market value in the market. Okay. Fair market value. So let's say if the total bonds we have face value of this one, that's a total of 5 million. The market says that its fair market value is 5,150,000. Then that would mean the differences is what we call the premium, the 150,000. Okay. On the accounting side, if we are going to journalize this one, this is the amount that will be received by the issuer or the entity that is borrowing the money, raising 5.15 million. In other words, it has to debit here a cash of 5,150 and credit bonds payable amounting how much? The face value. So this is the amount that we're going to assign in here to credit to the total, what I mean to the principal amount of the bonds payable. And the difference, we will account that one as premium on bonds. Okay. Premium on bonds payable will only result or will only arise if the fair market value is more than its face market value. Means to say that the amount of interest charged by this particular borrower or the issuer is more than what is acceptable in the market. I'm sorry. Yeah, what is acceptable in the market. That's the logical explanation on that. Okay. So once that you have done, then this is it. This is the initial entry for that. Now, on the other hand, if the fair market value is less than, let's say it is only 4.8 million, this is the value that's acceptable in the market. This would change the way we journalize in here and also on how we call this difference, the amount of difference, which is 200 as discount instead of premium. Okay, so in here, we journalize. So instead that we receive or the borrower receive 5.15, it received only 4.8. Means to say that there is a short of 200. We call that short again as discount on, let's just call this BP to make it fast, amounting 200,000. So that's how it is. We start with this accounting of the bonds payable. Then later on, we are going to amortize the difference discount over the periods over the life of this bonds payable. Okay? Now, in the next video, we're going to explain to discuss about what if this fair market value not given. Is there any way on how to compute the present value using the other data that we can have from the problem or given? The answer, of course, we will see that in the next video.